50. Yeah. It's 50 shades of life. Let's talk about your type. Are your pockets feeling light?
Does your man treat you right?
Is your sex game lame? Are you searching for some fame? Hey yo, cuz, let's talk about it. Sex house, music wealth, true to self, I knew myself. Boy, you better not lose yourself. But let me mind my own black business. Running up these digits, fresher than them dishes.
Talia, grant your wishes. I'm a tarot reading witness.
Yeah. 5-0. Yeah, 50.
Welcome to 50 Shades of Life. Welcome to 50 Shades of Life. I am so happy that you joined us. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Raquel Nicole.
And I am BlaqMagnolia. Welcome, everyone.
So if this is your first time, again, thank you so much. If it is not, welcome back. We hope that you have liked and subscribed. If not, please do so below. And we want you to comment. We want you to love it. We want you to share. In addition to that, if you want to become a part of maybe a guest, or you have a story or something along those lines, or you just have a question or whatever, or maybe you have your own what would you do type situation, we want you to please email us and get in contact with us because we love to chat at 50 Shades of Life. That's 50 SHA8DES of life at gmail.com.
Yes, now, today's chapter is going to be Are you stigmatized or manipulated? Okay, let's focus on the manipulated on this one. All right. But first, I want to talk a little bit about what that means and what it is to be stigmatized or manipulated. In case you don't know, we're going to run through a couple of little signs and signals, some little cues to help you know, to help you understand what you may be going through. All right?
Yes.
So bust it on down there, Raquel. Tell me about it.
I think we've all probably have been there. Unfortunately, let's bow our heads.
Oh.
Let's have a moment of silence
for our dignity.
But for those of us who have raised up, no, I'm just playing.
We rise again.
This is what I should have had on my Angela Davis afro.
The D did not keep us down.
I am no longer in the trance. But if you are, let me tell you what that shit looks like, okay? So we legitimately like to do a little bit of research because there are certain topics that we will give you that will be actually pretty serious, right? So even though we're laughing and all that, because I mean, it's a stage of life if you are sexually active with people where you will go through this, right? Potentially.
And she said sexually active, like we're about to go through a seminar.
Yes. Yes, I'm just saying. Some females, I do know people that were absent. They didn't have, can't even talk
abstinent,
right. Yes. What she said. Anyway, I think even my girl told me was like a year and a half because she had been through the stigmatized stage of her life. It was like, I ain't doing that shit no more, like.
She was.
So here are the signs. Okay, if you answered yes to 2 or more of these, it's a highly likely chance that you are stigmatized or manipulated. Okay. Number 1, you know he is not good for you. Period. You keep compromising your values, constantly treats you lesser than you deserve, and you know the relationship has no future, but you can't leave him because he's great between the sheets, on top of the sheets, over by the wall, on the sofa, in the garage, wherever you are.
In the car, baby.
2, friends and family warn you about him, but you just can't leave him because of the D. You even fight with them or cut ties with them. They don't understand. You keep saying.
You leave important things like work, projects, and even friends or family whenever he calls. Also, would you do the deed anywhere, anytime? Because he gives it to you so good. All right. You can't concentrate on tasks. Wow. Because you keep thinking about that D. Times you've had it, and the next time you will be slinging and banging.
That's a damn shame.
I mean, dang, I don't think I ain't never been able to vote. I've been able to go to work. I mean, come on.
Don't let no man come in between you making your money,
your
going after your goals. Like, stop.
God, dog. Like, I can't focus at all. Oh, want that thing. Keep that over there. I can't. I feel like, you know what? Okay, keep going.
Yes. All right. And next, number 5, you keep going back to him even after you've called it quits. There's no escaping. Your heart says no, 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 but your body says yes to him. Number 6, you can't tell if you're in love with him or is it just about the D? He's not even your type. Or you can't even tell why you are even with him, except he's good in bed.
Oh Lord, that's you down bad. You can't even tell why you like him. God damn. Okay, last number 7. Woo. If you've been checking these, all right, we got some help for you. He doesn't even add value to you in any real way, except for giving you the D. You never see him outside the bedroom. There are no dates. God, dog. No quality time. And he doesn't even show you real affection when you're smashing. All right. So it's just like some wham bam, kind of like thank you and raw with it, and then that's it. So
yeah,
if
that's
you have
crazy.
answered to 2 or more, you may be in trouble. All right.
Matter of fact, it might just be one now that I've read these again.
Okay.
Because if you at work and you just get up, go to lunch break and never come back.
And never come back behind something like that.
But meanwhile, he over here making coins. He chilling with his real chick, for real, giving her quality time. He ain't bringing you no flowers. He probably bringing you dandelions or something.
Girl, he ain't bringing nothing. Let me tell you, because those are the ones he probably laying up under trying to lay up under your air conditioning and your heat and eat up your food, because really the ones that's throwing it down don't have no real jobs.
Yes, he always has excuses on why he can't stay. Like, it's just always something, right? Or even where you are doing it. That's another one where it's in whole places. There are whole places, okay?
What's a whole place?
A whole place. Google it.
Dab my nose. Oh, a whole place. A whole place. Okay. All right. Well, look, I also have to shout out to Capital. Let me just make sure I read this. We got this information, so we have to cite our sources. capitalfm.co.ke is the person that wrote this article. So I want to shout out to her for this lovely list. I want you to know that we are not here to judge you, friends. All right. We are our family and friends here. So I have been there, and I want to tell you about my own time that the D had me down bad. All right. So let me tell you. All right. Now, back in the day.
Oh, Lord. Talk loud so we can hear this story, girl.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Back in the day, when I was a young tenderoni. All right. So one time, when I was down bad behind the D, I was dating this person. We've been together for some time. It was my we were in a whole relationship. There was zero trust. So that's another one. Another flag on the play. If there's zero trust and you out here just doing dumb stuff. So it was like 9 o'clock at night. All right. And I was living in Mississippi. Okay. Now you have to remember there's some back streets, some backwoods in Mississippi. So the guy did not, and we're not talking about with today's, updated technology where you got a phone signal wherever you're going. Back in the day, like, you would be in dead zones. And so where I was, he did not answer the phone. It was 9 o'clock at night. I jumped in my car. He lived 2 hours away. I jumped in my car and hit the Natchez Trace. Now, if any of you have ever driven on the Natchez Trace, one, And to this day, there are still dead spots where your cell phone has no coverage, no service.
Literally
right?
dead.
2, yes, dead. 2, it's pitch black in some places, like pitch freaking black. 3, deer run across there at all times.
Run across there.
souls. Right. It is a little creepy. All right. So I'm back on there. The reason why I took it because it's faster to get to where I was trying to go. Okay. So I'm back on the back roads, chasing it. Okay. Just stupid. Could have just been hit and rolling off the road. Nobody would have found me or anything.
We wouldn't have had a podcast today.
Okay, so let me see. So if you've been there, you're in trouble. All right. So I'm riding down there. I get to the place, right? Mm-hmm. It's getting crazier, y'all. So he didn't answer. So I roll up to the house. He doesn't, I can't remember if his car was there or not, but I know I went in through his side window.
What?
To get into the house. That's right. Because I wanted to roll up on him. So I went up through the side because I knew it was going to be open because I know him. So the side window was open and I went in through the side window. He was there, but he happened to be coming out of the bathroom.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Wait.
And let me tell you what I did.
We go do a Raquel timeout. I have to get this visual.
Come on, run it down.
First of all, what did you have on?
Oh God, who knows? Who remembers? I wasn't out here dressed like I was Kim Possible. Man, I probably got on some jeans.
That's what I'm asking. That's how I envisioned it. Like you got on ninja clothes or something.
No, I ain't got on no ninja clothes. I literally was at home and whatever I had on at the time. So probably some jeans, probably some. It was probably. I think it was warm outside. At least it wasn't cold.
Second question.
Warm outside. Yeah.
What time of the day was it? Night.
This was
what
night.
Time?
It was like, so it probably got there like 11. I was rolling.
Third question.
So no, probably like 10:30.
What was your age range?
Oh, I was in my 20s. Early 20s. Yeah, I was in my early 20s.
Lord Jesus. So what happened? So you coming through the window like, she coming through the window like this, y'all. This is how she coming through.
He didn't see me come through the window. I was already in the window. I was already in the room by the time he came out.
What?
I was already in there. Yes. But I want y'all to know if this person knows me or he knew me at the time. And so he wasn't surprised. He was surprised to see me, but he wasn't like, what are you doing? And he was just like a regular old day with Tal. I'm serious. He was like, wow. So I was just like,
did y'all do it? Was he like, okay, well, since you're here, like,
no, literally, that's what I was. That's exactly what happened. I was like, oh, I was just checking to see if you were here because you didn't answer the phone. And I just wanted you to know that I was going to roll up. And he was just like, what? And let me tell you the dumbest thing that I did because I needed to go back home. Mm-hmm. You know what I did, right? I went back home and drove another 2 hours. So I really just went up there to investigate and see if he was there in the house with somebody else. And rolled on back home.
Wow.
So no, I didn't happen to catch him on that particular time or anything.
Wow.
But no, that's ignorant. So if you're doing ignorant stuff like that, like getting up in your car, putting yourself in danger, rolling up to somebody's house, sis, go back to sleep.
Bruh.
Relax yourself. Break up with the brother. Because if you're doing all that and you got to be doing all that to prove that this person isn't doing something, you're already in trouble.
And not only that, so what if you did come through the window and half your body is coming through the window and he in there with somebody else? You putting yourself in danger. We would have had a
whole fight at that time. Yeah, we probably would have had a whole fight. For sure.
Okay. Wow.
And I probably wouldn't, and I'm not the fight the girl type, I'm the fight the man type. Although he was a much bigger man, but I'm not the kind that's like, girl, So I would be like, because he would be the one that was at fault.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But so if you're doing dumb stuff like this is not your man, sis.
Yeah.
This is not the one for you.
That was a lot.
Do not put yourself. Do not put yourself in danger. Oh, there's more stories. There's more stories behind this one.
I know. That's why you're on this podcast, because I love your story.
But I will not be telling all of them. Everybody don't have to know the days of my 20s.
Well, if you told that story, you can tell us any damn thing at this point.
It's some more.
If it's anything worse than that, you have to pre-screen that with me first, because you putting my life and your life out there now, because I'm related to you.
Girl, I wouldn't tell y'all too much, but that's funny. I feel like that's light work.
What? Climbing through somebody's Okay.
Y'all didn't do no crazy stuff in your 20s. I mean, what were y'all doing?
I was not coming through a window. No.
Well, I was coming through the window.
I did do some stuff. But
what
we're going to talk about is what I went through, because somebody else was stigmatized. Okay?
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
It was January 2003. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm single.
Not the date.
Yes. I just moved back to New Orleans from Michigan and was getting ready to get back into my school vibe. My son wasn't down there because I did have a son going into my senior year. So I'm coming back trying to, get everything together. And the person that I was dealing with before my baby daddy reached out to me. I don't even know how they knew I was even back in town. Somebody saw me somewhere, maybe on campus or something. I don't know. So I get a call like, yo, I heard you back in town, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah. Mind you, I've been gone for almost a year because I, gave birth, all that kind of stuff. And my son was like 7 months at the time. So they're like, oh, come and kick it, blah, 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 blah. And I was hesitant because it was a moment where that was somebody I was with, right, in college. But we hadn't been together or even talked or anything like that. And so he's like, man, come kicking. I'm over at my cousin's house, blah, 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 blah. I'm staying here now and all this stuff. It was like maybe 10 o'clock at night. And I was just like, all right, I'm going to let you know, ain't nothing going down. Because I had gotten past the being manipulated, all that kind of stuff, right? I was in a very good space mentally. So I go over to this person's house. And if you knew me back then, everybody knew the kind of car that I drove. All right. I had a dope Grand Am GT. And I had a Marvin the Martian plate on the front. On the back, it had my Michigan plate. And it was all tinted out, it had chrome. It was dope. But you knew my car, right?
Yes.
So I go over to this person's house. I'm parked in the front. And we in there talking, laughing. There's other people that were there at the time, all this kind of stuff, whatever. And I literally had just gotten back like the day before. So I was still tired. I was like, can I go lay down or whatever? He's like, yeah, well, it's, cool, blah, blah, blah. I go lay down, and he actually did come in there and he laid down eventually at some time. I don't know what it was, but nothing happened, right? Like 7 o'clock in the morning or whatever time it was. Boom, 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 boom. I will sit up like, but this is his cousin's house. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's his cousin that's got somebody crazy. Like, I don't know. So I kind of like get into like defense mode, sit up, look around. I still got all my clothes on. I wasn't like in the bed. And I'm like, dang, it's 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, dang. So he gets up and I'm like, okay, this got to be somebody for him, because come to find out, his cousin left and didn't come back for the night. Somebody was pissed the hell off, okay? I'm immediately thinking like, all I know is they better not mess with my damn car. That's the first thing. Because I'm very protective of my kids. They are considered my kids, okay?
Okay.
Bruh. I hear him and a female's voice arguing. I'm like, oh, crap, here we go. He was known for being a little player. This is why I messed with him. But we were cool friends, right? I know it. I hear all this. And I know that bee in there. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put my hoodie on.
Right. Okay.
Put the hoodie on. I'm looking around like, all right, I am not in the mood to be fighting with nobody over nobody. Because it's nothing like that, right? I hear the voice after she won't leave. And I can tell she's trying to get into the house.
Okay.
I'm looking around trying to figure out, can I get out a window? I'm like, I ain't getting out no window. I'm not doing Italia. No. So like 5-10 minutes passed and I couldn't even get out the windows because the windows were actually up above like my height. So I was stuck in this room and I'm like, bruh. So they're quiet. So I'm like, okay, I think they left out or whatever the case may be. So I'm in there waiting. I'm like, dude, I need to get up out of here. So I get all my stuff or whatever the case may be. And he comes back in there. He was like, man, I'm sorry. He says that person's name, who was his baby mama, that he told me, because I even said, look, I don't want nobody's drama and none of that kind of stuff if I come over and kick it with you. And he was like, nah, man, I don't even talk to that person no more. Just threw them to the side, right? I'm like, okay. I walk out. He walks out with me. I'm looking around. I don't see no car. I'm even looking far down. I don't see no car. I'm like, all right. I get in my car. It's freezing in New Orleans this day. I would never forget that.
Okay.
So I'm in there like this. I warm up my car. I drive out, get to the main like highway street, which was like Airline. If y'all familiar with New Orleans, it was Airline. As I'm driving, I see somebody like zooming in this burgundy Corsica. All right. It's the crazy ass baby mama. She is chasing me down. And
that bitch was wild. She was
I'm like, where the hell she come from? Because I looked.
She was in the cut.
She was hiding around the corner somewhere. I don't know where the hell she was. So she waited until she got into the car. She's pulling up to me like, she's going crazy. I bust out laughing at her. Like, I ain't the female, bro.
Yeah.
What? So I roll the window down. I'm like, what? We on the highway. Really? Is the dick that damn good? Where you chasing somebody down on the highway, about to kill yourself with a car seat in the back.
With a car?
Where's your kid? Where's your kid? And she's like, you knew that was my baby daddy. I'm like, I ain't messing with that dude. I'm like, I got my own kid. Ain't nobody thinking about this dude. I literally just got here yesterday. Your boy ain't even claiming you. He said this. I don't want him, man. And she's like screaming. I'm like, dude, pull the hell over, because she about to wreck. I'll pull over, because mind you, we both went to my college together, but she was older than me. I'm talking to her like she's a child. So I'm woman to woman. I'm like, look, I was actually with this person before you. The reason why I left this person alone is because of this type of situation. Period.
Yeah.
I would have never had a kid by this person. I felt bad for her. Like, you stuck.
Shots fired.
With a hoe. You got a blatant hoe.
Yeah, just out.
She was driving for like a good 2-3 miles. But the way she came around that goddamn corner was blowing the horn, and that goddamn car was pulling left and right. I'm like, so I pull over. I was like, look, I respect you. You cool and all that kind of stuff. We've even had classes together, but I'm telling you, as a woman, leave this fool alone. You need to go back to the house. You can have that conversation, but chasing females down on the road, it's not that serious. And she looked shocked like hell when I just broke it all the way down. I even showed her my phone. Was like, you see this? He invited me over. I didn't even let him know I was here. She was like, shook. She turned around, got in the car. I was like, take care. Called him up. Your girl on the way. He was like, she chased you down? You knew your girl was crazy as hell. Man, I ain't even messing with that girl no more. Clearly, I mean, she ain't gonna just be looping around your house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He lied. Yeah.
Girl. But he ended
So,
up, I don't even think they even got back together. I don't know what happened, girl. I was so distant from that person, and eventually he left or whatever. But I'm like, thank you, Lord. I didn't have to deal with no drama like that. I ain't about to be chasing
yes,
nobody down with a car seat in the back. Like, what the hell? And you older than me. Like,
girl.
that's some serious D. He done gave you a whole baby and everything, treating you like shit, and you still there.
Yep. Still chasing the girl around the corner, child, in your Corsica.
Girl.
All right, all right. So then let's talk about this then. Since we
Mm-hmm.
now have the crazy D stories, what do you think it is in particular that makes the D so special? Okay. For instance, is it the size that counts?
It's important for me.
Okay. For you.
Yeah, like I've heard people be like, oh, I'm like, quit lying. So you ain't, it's like, and I think we only recently have been honest with dudes where we're like, dude, we don't need you to talk about, yeah, I'm 15 inches. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
That you're tearing up some shit. You in kidneys and you tearing up the whole
Not a
package.
kid. Yes.
Like, but
yes.
it has to be a size and shape or whatever that is fit for you. Like if you're a petite person, you probably are going to be built a little bit different. But I think you have to understand like who you are. But I definitely think size does matter. So, about you?
I feel like, yeah. Yeah. I feel like yes and no too. I feel like it depends on what your abilities are.
Your
And how I'm
abilities?
relating this back to this, yeah, what your actual skill level is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what can you do with what you have? Now obviously you don't, there's just some things that just won't work, right? But I feel like I'm serious. Like, some just things just won't fit. Some things won't work. Some things just ain't go. You can't make it work. But I feel like for the most part, it's really about your skill level.
Yeah.
And what you can, do, work with what you're doing, work with what you got. Like come in there, with a game plan. What's your position? Work with you
Here
gotta
she
have
go
the
with these
knowledge.
logistics.
You have to have the knowledge of what you're able to do with what you have. So if you have something and it's not quite up to everybody's standard, then you need to be hitting the positions that work to make everybody happy. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of work with those things. And I think those are the ones that get you in trouble too. Both. I feel like, so why I'm saying this too is because I feel like the people who have the nice, the nice packages, yes, those are the ones that are the most terrible. No, I don't mean like terrible at the act. I mean like cocky.
Oh,
like
I was like,
just
wait, what?
no. Like I ain't doing nothing. I'm coming with the long schlonga, and I'm just laying it, and I ain't doing nothing else. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not running up behind you. I'm not chasing you. I'm just gonna put the pipe down. And so, number one, I think that's kind of the thing that's getting people in trouble too. What else do you feel like is about the sex game that will keep a person shook?
Man, that's a good one. I think also if somebody can perform oral well, can be
Facts.
a whole situation just as much as the thang. You know what I'm saying? Because that can take you to a whole different readiness. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody is trash, I was gonna say you got to be honest. Like you can't, because so many people are different, right? The way our bodies are. Somebody could have been in a relationship with somebody for so long and they may have been perfect for that person. But then they come to you, Talia, and you like, what in the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
And they may be fully capable, or maybe that female was not honest, or the people that they were with, because they were like, oh, this person's nice, they're cool, they got their stuff together, but they're not being honest about the trash he did. So they're now walking around, even if it's the right size and shape and all that, because shape matters as well, and the other stuff.
The shape of which matters as well. So there are different shapes.
Yeah, we'll talk about that on another
triangles and
episode.
Rectangles.
Right.
Oh, okay. Well,
oh, what?
I'm asking you with these different shapes. So what's happening?
You so special.
Go ahead.
Okay, the curve, Talia, or the lack thereof, or the thickness or the lack thereof. That's all what I'm talking about. Okay, we're not talking about rectangles and spheres.
There's different what? Different shapes out here.
Oh my God.
Orthogonal. I feel like what it really is,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's necessarily just the D game is the ultimate D. I think it's also with, I'm trying to think back in that situation, because it's been a long time since I ever, was like ridiculous like that. I feel like the things that happen are, I think that this person, there's a lack of trust or realness in the relationship that creates an insecurity within you. There's something that happens in the relationship where you're not getting your needs met,
mm-hmm.
but that person is meeting that one need, and then you're taking that one thing that is good and wrapping the whole relationship around it. And so now you've created this narrative in your head that this relationship is so perfect based on how this person is slanging and banging in the bedroom. And that's just really, but he's trash.
I think it's two things. Right.
Okay, go ahead.
So one thing is, I think, like, deeply females, we like to be in control. So when we are like in competition with somebody else and we know that that person is messing with somebody else, whatever, we will try to be like the winner. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a competition type thing. Like, no, I'm gonna make him like this thing. I'm gonna, so it's kind of like we are like chasers in that situation. I think that's one thing. The second thing is, and I know that this was the truth, was because one of my girls was actually in a relationship with someone and married to this person. And she was like, oh my God, like, sex sucks. Like, I try stuff, I've done stuff or whatever. It was just, they were not compatible, but it was a really good friendship, all that kind of stuff. Baby, when they got divorced, whole phase came in full force. Boom. And she was just like, she wasn't even dickmatized by one. It was multiple. And I used to be like, girl, hold on. What? And it would be like no standards. None.
Okay.
And I'd be like, why are you messing with? Like, no. That one looks sick.
like, oh, no. A sick? Oh.
And it wasn't until she ended up, having a kid and stuff like that, to where I think she, slowed down and she was like, yeah, I went through my phase. So I think it's definitely, and I know one of my other girlfriends, it wasn't that bad or whatever, but I think when they get out of that divorce stage, I mean, unfortunately, I know quite a few females that have been through that. They're like, freedom. So I think it could be multiple that you're chasing. That's one way. Or maybe it is just one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Do you think that the D makes you weak?
It can definitely make women weak. There's actually like a study, I don't know how much I believe it, but there's a study related to sperm. Have you heard that? Like, the more you are exposed to the man's sperm, that it actually can shift. I don't know if they said it was your DNA or I have to go back and read it to make sure, but it's the more that you are exposed to it, that it somehow affects the woman. I really want to say that it changed something about the woman chemically, right? The more and more that she was exposed to this person's sperm. And
Wow.
so I can understand it for like a biological, nature. So you can cleave and love this person and be in this relationship. But I also feel that if it's changing something in you, then yes, it could. But I also see it as the beautiful part of it is when you have a bond with someone that you love and you're in a marriage or you're in a healthy relationship. And it's something that you share and you know that you're cared for. So yes, I think it can make you weak if you allow it to make you weak. And I feel that if you're out here just out here just raw, just letting people hit you raw and just
Houston is on fire right now. I don't know if y'all saw that. Outside, did you see that? How like gonorrhea and syphilis and all that stuff?
Gonorrhea and syphilis.
It's like its own pandemic, epidemic, whatever they got going on down there. It's ridiculous. Literally.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Plus, I think, you also have a lot of people that are involved more now than ever with more than just somebody of the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't even know that the other person is even messing with, someone of the same sex. So now they're causing even more ruckus. So, but this is the thing. We want you guys to be educated, not only about recognizing what that relationship or lack thereof looks like, but how to also get out of this situation. Okay.
Yes.
We want you to get into a healthy relationship with, again, you can have some good thing in a good relationship, so I don't want you to be like, oh, I have to deal with this and then get this from this one and this from this one. And no, it's some good thing out there, good people, good men, all that kind of stuff. So one way is you want to spend time with yourself. Get to know who you are. Before I got married, that was one of the best stages of my life. And if anybody is watching this, if you guys are watching this, and ladies, if you have been through that state where you are like, I've worked on myself, I've beyond worked on myself, it's about me. You know where your standards are, you know where your thoughts are, it's the best feeling in the world. And that's when you end up like possibly finding somebody. Deny the D. No matter what he says, don't go over there. Don't meet up. Don't come over here. Just stop. Refocus your efforts. Go to the gym or something. Do some yoga, some meditation, some sound healing. My girls do that. Literally.
Yes.
Admit the relationship is not good. Admit that it's not a relationship. Delete his phone number and don't follow him on social media. Unfollow him. Don't chase him. Like, don't follow his followers. Like, stay away. Okay. Don't cave into the desire to see him. Don't give him no goodbye sex. Like, just this one more time. I just want to do this. I just want to partially put it this way, that way. You miss me, girl. That type of stuff. You love me.
I know you miss it.
Just stop.
Yes.
Maybe you need to find some good sex toys if you have a high sex drive. And don't jump to the next D like, what's next? Give yourself some time to recoup from this craziness that you are putting yourself in. Again, okay, it's about building yourself up and getting out of this situation.
One thing I think that you should listen to, get the book from Queen Afua.
From who?
It's Queen Afua. Queen Afua. I'm gonna pull it up. It is AFUA. Sacred Woman. It's the Sacred Woman. You should read that book. You need to get the journal and do all of the journal exercises that she does. And she is specifically telling you how to understand your body, reconnect. It's like reclaiming your womanhood. You go through your past trauma. You help understand how to heal your womb. So any of you who are really struggling and you want to heal yourself and you want to get over your attachments to men, you also not saying that you can't have a healthy relationship, but when you have unhealthy attachments to men, that book is great for helping you learn your power, for helping you reclaim your womanhood. And also there's healing baths and things in there that she's going to take you through, where you're going to heal your womb, you're going to talk to your womb. All of those things are important so that you can restore yourself and come back into yourself. So that's one of the things. The cool thing about that too is if you actually really follow her, she talks about diet. She talks about the proper foods to eat. So I really think she's a great resource for really connecting to your power as a woman. And then you also need to kind of understand how you lost your power. And I think there's a lot. I'm not going to get. Yes. I'm not going to get off on, I know we don't have a lot of time, so I just want to also say, you have to also really look into the way you've been conditioned to think about men and women and relationships, and when you felt, because a lot of times what happens is that women feel that they are validated through the eyes of men, and when they are seeking validation
and love,
men are taking it. Okay, yes, men are taking advantage of these things, and they are offering themselves up on platters, and I have been there, so I'm no judgment here. When you offer yourself up on a platter to a man, then he's gonna take it. He's like, absolutely, I'm gonna eat at the buffet, honey, and then
literally
yeah, and then toss you right on to the side, because quite frankly, most men who are looking for a quality relationship are looking for people who have standards, and that's on both sides. And so you want to make sure that you are having the correct and proper standards for yourself, someone that actually loves you, someone who is putting in the work for the relationship. That's what you're looking for. So that's what I would say for you to do. Reclaim your power. Find out where you lost it. Yes.
Focus.
Find out where you lost that power, honey, and go back and get it. Okay.
Positive affirmations. I can do this. I will not give in to the D. I will not give in to the D.
Hey there, dear hearts, and welcome to your reading here today. If this is your first time doing a pick a card reading, please choose from the 3 piles that you see in front of you. You can connect to the colors or the stones or the cards to see what message is coming up for you in regards to your love life and what is shifting for you in your favor. Once you've made your selection, head to the timestamp for your chosen group, and I will see you in your group reading. Good luck. Hey there, and welcome to those of you who have chosen group number 1. Welcome to your reading here today. Thank you for joining me. Let's get started by seeing what is shifting for you in your love life or your relationship in your favor. Let's begin. What do we have coming out for those who have connected to and have chosen group number 1? What is shifting for them in their love life? Okay. Ooh. All right. Honestly, you're going to experience a lot of joy. You're going to feel like your cup is full. All right. This is not only talking about romantic love, but this is also talking about self-love. So it's kind of going through a period of where you feel like the things that you've asked for, the love that you've requested, the wishes, the prayers have been answered. And you're going to feel that your desires and wishes are a priority, where maybe in the past it hasn't felt this way. You're going to feel a lot of pleasure within this time and feel like I'm so happy and overjoyed. Like this is a fresh and new start also when we have the Ace of Cups. So it's this can also represent either a new start or a new change for you in an existing relationship where you're getting a chance to reconnect with one another, or in a new relationship where you're starting off and the things are fresh and full of potential. Okay, so it just feels like overall your love life is shifting for you in a new and positive direction. Okay, all right, my heart, my love, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope you found it was helpful, and I thank you so much for watching. And welcome to those of you who have chosen group number 2. You connected to group 2 and you feel that this is the reading for you. Welcome to those of you. We're going to see what we have for your love life, what is shifting in your favor, in your direction for your relationship or your love life. Okay, we have these two kind of popping up. Okay, so it does feel like you and another person were at a stalemate in your relationship, in your connection, where you could not see eye to eye, where you couldn't get past this junction. You couldn't make a decision where to go next, and it just felt like no matter what you chose, it wasn't a good option, and you didn't really know what to do. So it does feel like you were between a rock and a hard place. All right, this is shifting because now you're going to figure out a way to change that, and let's see what we have in a way that you're going to figure this out. Okay, you really felt like your options were limited in this particular situation when it comes to your love life. All right, boom. And this is also for those of you who are single. Okay, so what are we going to figure out? This also could have been financial for those of you in your relationship where you felt like you were struggling for a long time and it took a lot of sacrifices for you to get to the point that you are now. You're going to feel like you're up over that hill, you made it over that hurdle, and you've got a firm grip on making money, on stability, on changing things, and figuring out a way to get a good foothold, a good way to move forward. All right. This also, for those of you who are single, can signify a stable partner coming into your life. Someone who is very grown, okay? Someone who is looking for a connection, a committed connection, a person who is secure, stable, ready for a commitment, ready to do the work of a relationship, and ready to make things work. So just signifying that things are shifting for you in a new direction that is positive, more stable. Okay? All right, dear heart, that is the reading that I have for you. I hope you found it was helpful to you, my dear, and I thank you so much for watching. Hey there, for those of you who connected to group number 3, welcome to your reading here today. Welcome. I appreciate you for joining me. Let's see what is shifting into the positive for you, for your love life, or your relationship, okay? Welcome, and let's get started. Okay, what do we have for those who connected to group 3, the energy of group 3? Okay, wow, that dropped right on out. All right. All right. My loves in group 3, getting over heartbreak. Okay, getting over some type of betrayal, getting over someone doing you wrong and coming out on the other side of this. And I love this in particular because this is kind of you looking towards the past, surveying it over the past, kind of looking through it and seeing, all right, I understand what happened to me. Having a perspective on this, that where you've grown from this, you've learned a lesson, you become wiser, and you're moving on from this. You're coming out stronger on the other side of this. So it was tough and you were down bad, okay, for a long time. But now this is kind of signifying for you that the shift is happening mentally, where you're on the other side of this. If you haven't made it yet, this is signifying that the other side of this is coming along and that you're going to feel much more empowered and feel like you're ready to move on from this and move past it. Let's see what else we have. Do we have any other messages? Anything else? And you're going to have to practice forgiveness. All right? Now that one may be a little bit tricky since this is coming up in the reverse. It happens. I think that you're getting to that point, all right, where you can look kind of at it and see what you may have, how you may contributed, or maybe you didn't, but kind of getting to a place of forgiveness so that you can completely move on from this. Okay. So you are shifting into that direction where you can just let bygones be bygones, forgive so that you can move on. Okay. So that's what I see, what is shifting for you in your love life or your relationship, okay? I thank you so much for watching.
We thank you all so much for joining us on Chapter 2, our episode 2 of 50 Shades of Life, the newest podcast with two dope cousins talking shit. All right, this is why we are here. So we definitely want to hear from you guys. We want you to go down below and subscribe, like, love, share. We are on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We are now on Spotify. We are on YouTube right here. We are on Apple in about a couple of hours. And we just need you guys to come back, talk to your girls, your boys, whomever it is, bring them back to our channel, okay? And we are coming on here bi-weekly every other Thursday. We were going to do it weekly, but we got a lot that we got to do and deal with, and it allows you guys to communicate with us.
Yes, and if you want to be a guest or a sponsor, don't forget to email us at 50shadesoflife@gmail.com.
Yes.
All right.
And thank you, Talia.
Yes, and thank you, Raquel. And this has been a fun episode, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Chapter 2's episode is actually sponsored by Michigan's own Hustle, Stack, Repeat. You guys love my sweatshirt. Thank you so much. I absolutely love it. You got to check them out on Instagram. It is a Michigan-based apparel line, Black owned. It's actually owned by my brother, Keith. And Michigan is where we are from. We're a brand that celebrates the hustler's ambition. You either focus or fold. Believe in yourself. Hustle, Stack, Repeat. Go on there, DM him for your lovely orders. And it's so many choices, you guys, to choose from. So go to his Instagram. That's hustle_stack_repeat and connect with him. Talk to you guys later.
50.